Yo, what up guys, this is Matthew, and today I'm going to start a new segment called Sneaker Stories. Now, Sneaker Stories is basically me telling you about the stories how I got my sneakers. Now, I know it might sound funny, but every sneaker has a story, whether it's an exciting story or it's just not so exciting story. And basically, I'm going to share with you guys the story about how I got my Air Yeezy 2. So let's rewind it back to 2012. I just got out of high school at the time, and the hype for this was really building up. The shoes were set to release in June. I think it was June the 4th. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think it was June the 4th. And basically the way the release was going to go was they were going to release it at select Nike retailers. And when you hear the word select, it means it's going to be limited. So the only select Nike retailers around my area at that time was Nice Kicks in Austin and Soul Boutique in San Antonio. And basically, this was kind of a big pivotal moment in the sneaker game because you used to be able to just line up for a shoe and you were guaranteed your shoe. Whether you lined up for, multiple days, multiple hours, or just for, 10 minutes. You'd line up, single file line, and you'd be able to get your shoes. Well, this was a pivotal moment in the sneaker culture because there was a lot of violence going on. And, some stores let you line up, I guess, for the shoe, but a lot of stores were doing Raffle. And the thing about Raffle is the drawback about it is, one, your sneaker's not guaranteed. So whether you enter the raffle and you win or not, there's still that chance you're not going to, win it. And with this sneaker being so popular, there was a big chance you weren't going to win it. And the second drawback is a lot of, stores were kind of like backdooring their pairs, So, a lot of stores kind of would put up the front, kind of a front that they're going to do a raffle, but they really weren't. And I guess they already had people kind of lined up, whoever was going to pay that extra cash to get the sneaker. So I think it kind of drew me away from the raffle, but I still kind of entered a raffle just because I wanted the shoe. So I drove down to San Antonio with my girlfriend, and we entered the raffle at Soul Boutique. I think it was like $10 to enter, so you'd pay the $10, and you were, I guess, maybe guaranteed a chance to win the shoe. I did not enter the raffle at Nice Kicks because you had to pay to enter that raffle also, but they were donating the money to Children's Hospital event or whatever, which, that's a cool thing, but I think the money was a lot more than what Soul Boutiques was, so I was like, I don't think I'm going to do that. I was like, I already spent money entering this raffle. I'm just going to, kind of roll the dice and go with it. So I think the Friday before the Saturday the sneaker released, Soul Boutique did the raffle. I didn't win, and I think it was like a raffle for one person to get the sneaker, and then after that, they were going to do like a release on an actual release on their Twitter, and you had to DM them your size and the colorway or whatever, and you would get the shoe or whatever, and they would email you back or message you back and say you got the shoe. So I did that, and I failed. And that day, Nike said they weren't going to release the sneaker online, and Nike ended up coming out and saying they were going to release the sneaker on their website through Twitter only. But the catch was that they weren't going to tell you what time they were going to release the shoe. They were going to just release it at a random time. So I remember that day like it was just yesterday. I remember just sitting at my computer. I had Twitter opened up, and the catch was I created a Nike account already. Like, I created my Nike account. So the thing was Nike was saying that once you put the sneaker in your cart, that it would save and you would have the shoe in your cart. I waited there all day. I remember waiting there from 7 in the morning. And I just kept refreshing my Twitter. Nothing happened. They didn't drop the link. So I had to go to work at 2 o'clock. So I was like, man, I hope they don't drop the sneaker while I'm at work. Because if they drop the sneaker while I'm at work, man, it's going to kill me if I don't get these shoes. So I went to work. I went to work and I got back home. And I remember getting back on my computer and just refreshing, like, just hoping that they would release. I remember my mom was like, hey, Matthew, I'm going to go get you dinner or whatever. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving my computer. So I finally, I had my mom or my girlfriend, I think, bring me the food. And I was eating at my computer, just refreshing, like, hoping that the sneaker would just pop up on Twitter and I could be able to grab it. I think at the time it was around 11:30. What happened was I was watching the Miami Heat game, and it was a time between the game ending and the Pacquiao fight, because Pacquiao was fighting that night. Around that time is when they released the shoe, and that's when I clicked on my Twitter, and I had the shoe in my cart. Basically, it skipped to the part where I was just putting in my billing information or my credit card and stuff, and I was gonna check out, and then the computer crashed. I was like, man, like, did I get the shoe or not? So I had to wait for about an hour or so for the website to finally come back up, and it finally came back up, and I checked out and I paid for it, and then I bought it on Saturday, and then the sneaker got here on Wednesday. So on the Wednesday, so I was very excited, to be able to hold this shoe, because now these days, like, you enter raffles and a lot of shady stuff goes on where you don't even get the shoe, and just so much money is involved and stuff like that. And I don't know, like, I think it's crazy. Like, a lot of people that got this shoe resold it, and me, like, being 3 years later, it's 2015 now, like, I haven't resold the sneaker. Like, I still have it in my possession. This is the same sneaker that I bought on release day, and it's just like an accomplishment, man. Like, I hold this shoe up and it's like a trophy. Like, it's a story. Like, everybody shares their stories about their sneaker. I hold this up and, like, man, I remember when I got this shoe for retail, and people freak out, like, what, you got that shoe for retail? Because people that actually wanted the shoe had to pay resale. There was, I think, a small percentage, of people that actually kept the shoe from release date. It's just, it's just a cool little thing to talk about, my sneaker story. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I wasn't too long about the story or wasn't too boring about it, but this is basically my story about how I purchased my Air Yeezy 2. Like, it's just a cool story, because I actually want the sneaker. I'm not here to resell. I've never been into reselling. Like, I'm in it for the culture. Like, I'm in it because I like to collect shoes, and I like to collect the shoes I like. And I actually wear this shoe a lot. Like, look at the bottom. It's crazy. Like, if you look at it, it looks like brand new or whatever, but I wear this shoe a lot, and it's a dope shoe. I love it. It goes with everything, and I'm glad to share this story. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you like it, comment, leave a comment down below. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace. I'll surely be posting another sneaker story soon.